see this. All right, so we're gonna start recording this as always. So it is Wednesday, 9 p.m. and I'm pretty much just gonna get into it here, run through a bunch of pairs for you guys, mainly all of the major pairs. So let me hop over here, and we're gonna start out with USF. We're gonna bump up to the weekly time frame. So let's just keep it real simple. I had 4 profitable entries on UCAD. Yeah, UCAD looked like it was presenting some good entries this week. So let's just start off as always, just very basic. Start out on this higher time frame. Starting out from the weekly, guys. As we can see, we have a monthly key level down here. That price has yet to reach, but last week formed this doji type candle. So obviously, dojis signify signs of potential reversal. For those of you that don't know. So this is just telling us buyers couldn't drive it up, sellers couldn't drive it down, a lot of indecision. So for the most part, signals we could get a reversal. Coming down to the daily time frame, thing has been super bearish, breaking support here, testing as resistance, breaking support here, testing as resistance, and then this is where we're currently at. So we're currently at, broke the support level, now testing it as resistance one more time, and we had 2 rejections of it, a lot of wicks going on here. So let's just start to break this down even further, down to the 4-hour time frame. So we don't want to get too concerned with all the noise here, guys. There's a lot of noise going on. I want to look left, look how price previously played out in these areas. As we can see, price has been in a downtrend this entire time, forming those lows and lower highs like so. And that's exactly where we are now. It's exactly where we are now. We're forming that next potential lower high. We've already got a couple rejections of this area. And pretty much until price breaks either, like you see here, price has already technically broken this level, then rejected it, broken this level, then rejected it. So this is all just a tested level. This is all just a tested level right now that we're going through. Let's see. So this is all just a tested area right here, bearish engulfing candle, huge bearish candle right there. So I'm looking for sells, guys. I'm looking for sells. Anything below this area right now, there's a lot of confirmation right now that this thing could continue to its next push to the downside. Even though look previously, price came up, shot up to a resistance level, came down. What's good, Tommy? Actually, let me get you unmuted. What's good, bro?
What's going on?
Not much. Just chilling. Looking at Usf, baby. Let me rip. Oh, damn. Yeah, just taking a look, breaking down some charts. What are you up to?
I just missed the gold buy.
What a sad story. I'm gonna just rip through like some of the major pairs here, then you can hop on and go over some. Let's see.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, so USF guys, let's mark down. Why am I looking for potential sell right here? If I were to bring on this good old Fibonacci, which I don't even use much anymore, but we can see we're testing this 78.6, 61.8. The 2 levels we're mainly looking for, the 61.8 and 38.2. As you can see, this was broken. Then it floated above to the 70%. Now we're just retesting this level multiple times. So when it comes to our 61.8 and our 38.2, those right now aren't in play. But regardless, we're still below this level right here. And as long as price remains below this level, I'll look for short opportunities. When would I potentially be trying to enter? Kind of one of two styles here, guys. You could either enter on a retest of the highs, so trying to get in at the highest point up here, or you can enter on some sort of break and retest. So as you can see right here, if I go back up to the 4-hour time frame, and we just kind of highlight this candle right here, take this off. So you've got this bearish engulfing right there. This isn't necessarily like a bearish variation or anything, so I'm not going to highlight that. Then we have this bearish engulfing over here. Let's go down to the lower time frame and see what these look like. So looking at this area right here, the trend was in a bullish trend, pushing up, made this higher low, pushed up. Going into the week, this is where we were saying to short from. It ended up playing out, ended up rejecting, obviously going down quite a bit, ended up going down around 40 pips or so. But if we were looking based on waiting for the break and retest, the entry really would have came right here. Break of this level, retest, short. Obviously didn't go all the way to the targets, but still would have got into a trade that would have went far enough to move stops to break even. And then you've got up here the same thing. I'm highlighting this candle for a reason. I want to see a shift in the market. I want to see a break of support, which here we could see break of support, retest here. That's where the entries would come, comes down a bit, and then flies up. So we're still trying to wait for this opportunity. This hasn't pushed obviously yet on the 4-hour time frame. It's still kind of holding within this range. When it does push, it's obviously going to move pretty dramatically. So wait for the next kind of bearish engulfing candle here. Just know that it's in the area we need it to be in. This is the lower high point. This is the area that we're waiting for price to come in to try to swing trade it. This is what the idea would be, a swing trade. Obviously, the trend has been super bearish up until this point. So we'll just keep kind of riding it out here and see if we can get potential entry. We got Nick hopping on too. I'm gonna do like one or two more, and then I'll let you do some, and then Nick can hop on some. You show an example of how to use the fib. Yeah, I can go over how to use the fib. We've got it on here right now, so let's just go up to the weekly time frame on GU. Just overall, this thing has been super bullish, pushing up higher and higher. Now we're at this weekly resistance level. Previously fell from here pretty far. So we'll see if we can reject this level again. Obviously, price is wicking off of this multiple times right now, coming down to the daily. Going into the week, we were kind of looking at, price pushed up, pushed down, pushed up. We're in this kind of range now, this higher low and this high. So want to short from this level, buy from this level. But I can't see things clearly right now. This to me just does not look clear. It looks kind of ugly. So I want to come down to the 4-hour. Do I see a trend a little bit more clearly on this time frame? And as we can see, we're making this lower high point right here. So going into the week, this was kind of my idea. We had a break of this level right here, broke right there. I was looking for the retest of 38.2 first. As you can see, price did not reject this level, came up all the way to 618, rejected it once. Now we're in that area, rejecting it again. So this would be the idea. And how to use the fibs, the person that asked, you're just fibbing from the wick of the first candle that shows the start of a new trend to the low of the first bearish bullish candle that then finds support. So wick from here, start from here, down here, and then pull back. And then the two main areas you're looking for, the 618 and 38.2. We've recently added this 70% level as well that Tommy is using a bit. So really looking for a short right now. Looking for a short right now on this. You know, when would I start to actually enter it? As soon as we break this level. I'm just gonna leave this on here. This is the trade idea. If price breaks this, we'll start to short it. First targets will be here, and then ultimately we'll start to target even lower. So that's my short idea on GU. And then I'm gonna just go over one more and just cover UCAD because we did do this one on Sunday. So let's just start up from the weekly. Obviously, this thing is just bearish as fuck, breaking the support, breaking support here, retesting it. Last week ended up dumping after we were watching this multiple weeks, and then now we're just at this low point. So coming up to the daily time frame again, we're just at this low point right here, and going into the week, it was like, okay, price is at this low, but we're still super bearish. And as we came down to the 4-hour, it was kind of like, where is the resistance level? Which, if we just go back in time, this is where what price was showing us. We were either going to respect this resistance level that was tested or break this level, retest and long. And then as we could see how it played out, we had two, or in the case of Darren, he had 4 potential short opportunities. But as soon as price came into this level looking for shorts, pushed down, price came back into this level looking for shorts, pushed down, and now this is where we're at. So I'm just going to take off this arrow. We're obviously looking for a price now to break this support level and to form an entirely new low. And I'm just going to highlight this and this and just bump down. Now, when could you have actually got in on a trade in both of these areas? These would have been very simple trades. We had this little bit of an uptrend from this high, higher low, this guy, and forming, let's get this higher low, this new high. Then we broke support here, retested it as resistance. So this is the trade getting in right there. And then it obviously shot down. It would have been a very simple order. And then this next area, a little bit would have to be a little bit more aggressive with this. We basically were in an uptrend, making highs, higher low, high, higher low, high, higher low right here, or retest of the higher low. And then ultimately this broke. And the only potential area to get on entries would have been on these wicks. If you're trying to get on this retest, I probably wouldn't have gotten in on that. Then it ended up breaking this level of support. Let me take this off. Ended up breaking this level right here. And then ultimately the break of that and then the retest could have been your nice entry. And this is just continuing that trend on the 30-minute time frame. So nice engulf in there. Could have put stops in this area and then ended up going about 2 to 1 right in there. So that's the 2 entries you could have potentially got in the way that I see it, you know, with UCAD. Just trying to get in on those change of trends and ultimately just looking at what's the area with the most value. We don't want to short when price is all the way down here. Like right now, price is all the way down here. Like I don't really want to short it right now. I want price to come back up to form even to this level. This would be a great level to get another short from because this was that previous low point right here. As you can see, we already retested that, so I don't know if we'll get that one more time. But yeah, those are just some ideas. UCAD, GU, USAF, just doing some breakdowns. So yeah, Tommy, you wanna hop on, maybe do some?
Yeah.
Yes, and again, guys, if you got any questions, just post in the chat. We could go over whatever you guys want. Here we go. I got you muted, Nick. It's good.
There we go. They're trying to silence me, guys.
Guys,
Trying to keep my voice out of it.
yeah, we're trying
What's
to
going on?
take away your voice, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happy Wednesday, guys.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo. Right? It's a big one. I'll be doing a couple tequila shots right after this.
Yeah.
With some
What pace do you go over?
You go over gold, dude. People want gold, GA, gold. You said you just missed a buy on gold?
Yeah, I was literally just like, I was out the back.
Oh,
Ooh,
That would have been a real nice trade.
little break and retest.
Yeah, just come to test that level again. It just, look at that for a wick though. It was there for like 5 seconds and then bam.
right on the back end of that candle. It's perfect.
But you win some, you lose some. I'm getting over that.
That's it.
I tried taking a long this morning from Ruby to here. And I had to stop like there.
Oh,
So stupid. Yeah, so gold, pretty much, I just think we're going to come and fill this range. At some point, we'll probably fill this level. But the way I'm looking at gold right now is, I was looking for that long at this level. But if we break underneath this level here, we're probably going to continue back into this level. That's right. I'm going to trade this just based off of this zone here. So we break underneath this level. Chances are we'll probably continue down. What we got? We've got about 30 pips. And obviously we break that in with these nice clean candles to the left. So you've got about 80 pips of range. So I'm probably going to set an alert. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, so I'm probably going to set an alert back under this level now. So if you have a clean break and retest, I'll look for the short. And obviously then price will be doing something like this, coming down. That's what I'm really looking at. I like the weekly time frame. Have you seen the weekly on gold?
Yeah, I haven't been checking. Oh, damn. Yeah, this thing's in a
it dropped
perfect
over
way.
100. And it's finding resistance at 18.
So I've been saying, I said about these highs like ages ago, right? If we look at this resistance level over here, look how we've tested that level and rejected. It'd be good if we break above. I'm looking at gold, like even on the line chart. We pushed up, we pulled down, we pushed up, pulled down, pushed up, pulled down. So it'd be interesting if we don't break this level and we continue lower. That's what I'm looking at it right now. So if we don't break above this kind of support level here, this could just be price testing this support that we broke, came back for the retest and continue down. That would be crazy if that happens, because like the next level will probably continue to what we got 1668. Obviously, if we break that level, then we're going to go to about 1600. That would be like,
That's like exactly
crazy.
what I have 1675 and then 1600 levels.
It would be beast. But yeah, obviously we missed the buy. Hopefully I was gonna call that out on when we jumped on, but that's just prices flying up now. What I may even look to do is if we break above this zone, it's just that really nice clean candle we can come and fill. So if we're gonna push and break this zone, we're gonna fill where this candle was. So we got at least 70 pips. So even if we break and retest this level now, I'll probably still go in for the long. Let's take a look at our averages. Yeah, so what I'm probably going to do as well, I'll set my alert just above this level. So that's just going to be a break and retest. So if gold breaks above, retest, you're just anticipating then price to fill this. So you're looking at 75 pips. Obviously, if you come back and test this level, you've got an easy 100 pips. So that's pretty much what I'm waiting for. So I got my alert set kind of both ways. If we break this low, we're going to continue lower, probably to, let's take a look. Probably TP somewhere around down there. It's looking really nice. So really, really nice. Really, really simple trades. So I'm waiting on the break. But for me, the markets this week have just been crap. Really, really crap. I haven't been able to take any trades yet. GBP, USD. For me, most of them are stuck in a range, like really, really rangy. GU, I wouldn't take a trade just simply because we're just stuck. We're stuck in this zone. Oh, is that gold? Let's take a look.
The alert. The NU alert. Holy shit,
Is that
dude.
gold? How many pips did we just push?
We're getting fucking hit
We
with
just
gold.
went 50. We just went 50 pips. It shouldn't have went off. That's been alert for something else. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to take that gold trade. So it'll probably be like an impulse entry. So if we just break above, I'll do something like this. That's what I'm really waiting on. And again, if we break the support zone here that we've clearly formed, we can see support price just rejected our level. That is a really nice level to short. So definitely look out for that. I'll probably set those a little bit like that. Yeah, so GU, I am honestly this week I haven't been able to take a trade. Like it's just been really, really bad. So let's go down pairs. Again, Euro Cad. Realistically, I was waiting on like a retest somewhere like up here again, just for price to continue up. What I'm really waiting on is this break. So I got the alert set. If we break this zone, we do have, this is a really nice trade if this breaks, just simply because you got that clean range here where price is good. If price breaks that zone, chances are we'll continue and just, you got really nice clean traffic. And if we measure that, that's around, you got like 250 pips before the next zone. So what we could wait for is just a break and retest of that level. So price to break, retest, and then we continue down. That'll be a really, really nice trade. Let's look at the risk to reward. Stops above, targets. So you're looking like a 1 to 5. If you get in on a good entry, let's say that the price does something like this. You know, you're getting in. You could be pushing a 1 to say 8. That's what I'm really waiting on. So I got the alert set on there. If we break above this zone, so if price doesn't break this zone, continues up, we have the break, the retest. I may look to continue price back into this level. Weekly chart, we're kind of testing these highs at the minute. So it'd be interesting to see if we find support at this level that we did before, we find support again. I'll probably take the long. I do think we're going to break this zone. So if we break this clean traffic, even pushing down into this level, you're talking 450 pips. So really, really nice trade, that'll be. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get in on that long.
Look at that weekly engulfing candle. Jesus.
That will be a really, really nice trade. If you didn't want to wait for the kind of the retest, you could probably take like an impulse entry when price breaks this zone, just simply because of that clean traffic. There's no support anywhere within this zone here for price to kind of stall at. So that'll be a really nice trade. Let's just quickly look at gold. Ooh, we rejected that zone. Yeah, so for me, it's just really, really like slow. I've been waiting for the touch of this level. Me and Chris did say on the call that if we break and retest this zone, we could look for the short. Price never came back to kind of test this level that I was looking at, so I never jumped in that trade. Let's take a look. USD shift. So you're looking for shorts on this, yeah?
What on USAP? Yeah, but it could pop up. I mean, I'm still waiting for it to break the resistance before kind of shorting it, but what are you thinking?
I'm thinking longs. I really do think we're going to push higher.
It's flattening here a little bit.
I just think because obviously we broke under this zone, came to test the 61, broke back above, and now we're staying on this support zone. It'd be really, if this pops higher, I do think that we are going to continue. Let's take a look. Long position. You know, we got kind of this target here. That's what I'd look to swing to. Let's take a look. That's like 350 pips. Stops below 1 to 16. That'll be a really, really nice trade. Euro odd, that's one that I'm looking at, is if we pull back into kind of this zone and then we look for the shorts. Similar scenario with Euro NZD. We just broke the support. We now wait for the retest, then the continuation down. So you have like 2 TP levels for that. So short from there, stop somewhere above. TP1, 90 pips, TP2, 180 pips. So that's like a 1 to 7 risk reward. Maybe a 1 to 5. Euro USD. So this is such a unlucky one. Missed all the longs on the way up. Then I missed the short. So what I'm waiting on that Euro USD is see if we can do something like this. And I'll look to take the short. And like target somewhere down there.
It looks clean as hell.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, really nice. Really, really nice. So we definitely should have that trade there, like a breakout of that zone, that would have been really, really nice. I know we had that kind of support level, but even then, like this week, I was literally waiting on that. I think I said into the learn and earn that we got resistance, support. Price came to test, and then we just obviously started to drop. It'd be nice if we do like we pull back maybe one more time. We could potentially look to take a short. But what I'm waiting on now is just that break underneath, and then I reckon that we're probably going to continue down into this zone, and if price doesn't find support there, you've got, let's take a look, you got about 388 pips. So let's say we get in on like even a 40 pip stop loss, you're looking at like a 1 to 9.5.
That's huge.
Potentially a 1 to 10, and that's with, you know, we could potentially look to scale in once price breaks that zone. You're looking at, this is looking really, really nice for shorts. Stops. Let's say we get in on a, let's say we jump in on like a, say a 37 pip stop, you're looking like a 1 to 10. And then let's say again, a 37 pip stop, you're looking at a 1 to 7 or a 1 to 8.5. So you're talking like 18% just on 2 trades. That would be crazy. Yeah. So if we get the break underneath, that'll be a really nice trade. I've added in the 35 EMA, and this just, you can see on Euro USD, it just holds support so well. And resistance, like support, resistance. So either pull back into the 35 and I'll look to take a short maybe at that zone, or just wait for the break and the retest. I'll look to take the trade. So that 35 EMA, I've been using it this week. It's just really, really good for support. You can just see the price pulls to that 35 and just, you get like a beautiful, you're either going to like break it, retest, and then continue, or you're going to have a really nice kind of resistance zone. So I started using that. Let's take a look. Euro NZD, let's just drop in. GPO. This is another interesting one as well. USD Cad. What do you think on this? I'm just looking at this. Support, prices at this level. But again, if we break this zone, we're going to probably continue into this zone here, which if you measure the range on that, that's nearly 200 pips.
It's a massive dump.
Massive. I think we're going to find support. I'm looking at the RSI as well. Even on the weekly time frame, we're in that kind of 30 value. Let me just move this over. When was the last time we were at this 30 value? So around this level. So last time we were at the 30 value, we were at this level. Price pushed all the way up from there. It's going to be if we find support here, I do think we're going to continue up, and we'll probably like continue towards.
I'm waiting to see some wicks here. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon
momentum's bearish as fuck.
I reckon if we reject that zone, it's probably safe to say, or not safe to say, but I'd probably look to target like this zone here. So you got a good. Do you know what we may see though? We may see like a spike down and then something like this. Because I can tell you now, a lot of people are going long here. A lot of people.
Push lower. Yeah.
It's probably going to take a crap load of people out and then do something like that. That would be interesting. So I'm really waiting. I'm being really patient this week. Just looking for the best trades. So yeah, I'm going to keep my alert underneath. So if that goes off, that'll be an interesting one. But to me, like being a trend trader, it's just hard right now. Really, really hard. Like this range that we've been stuck in, if we break above, I may look for a long. So a nice break above that zone, measuring the range. Let's take a look. But we got that resistance, so not a great kind of.
This looks like crap.
It is really bad. Like I've been going over the charts. I'm like, is it me or is it just the markets? I'm like, nah, it's the markets. Like this is bad. Like let's measure this.
Yeah, this has been ranging like crazy. AU2.
Yeah, like 20 days of just pure back and forth this zone. I do not do well trading like zone, like in a range. I'd rather like a nice break and retest. Same with AU is just stuck in this consolidation. There's absolutely nothing there. This is a really nice one though. So for a long, a break of this zone here, look at that clean range.
Yeah, 15 days, Darren said on AU. Long time. 2
Yeah,
weeks of
really long
consolidation makes it tough to trade, especially if you're opposed to range trading, or you just don't prefer it.
Yeah. I just that to me this is like no. I've tried taking a couple of trades like last week, and I was just like, nah, stopped out straight away.
I won't even trade ranges. I always wait for the lower high or higher low, the breakout.
Yeah. So I think that whatever direction we're going to break out from this is going to be a strong one, really strong. It'd be interesting to see if we go to the downside. Let's take a look on the daily.
Even worse on or better on AJ, more movement, or to finally commit wherever the hell it wants to go.
Let's take a look. We're still somewhat trending up on OJPY. I think a breakout of this zone, you probably could look for some sort of long position. CAD JPY, that's one that I was looking at this week. Just simply because we look on the weekly. Price rejected that wick once. If we break above this zone here, you could have targets somewhere up here. Just simply because you kind of have that clean, you got that clean level here as well. That's about 220 pips. So if we take a look at CAD-JPY, which we're already starting to kind of do now. Break and retest. Stops somewhere under here. Targets up here. So that's what I'm waiting on CAD-JPY as well. That would be a really, really nice trade. We can get it on a nice stop loss. So price does something like this. We enter something like that. So that'll be a really nice trade. It's holding it. You can see it's holding the 35 now. Price is starting to push up. Break and retest. That'll be a really, really nice long position. Targets, you're talking 220 pips. Even with a 30 pip stop loss, you're pushing a 1 to 7 risk reward. So that'll be really nice. And that's that's without scaling in as price starts to trend upwards. That's without scaling in. Something like this. Yeah, that's pretty much me. I got it all. I'm just waiting on all these alerts to go off. I could be waiting until next week. Do you know what I mean? Looking at JP USD though on the 1 hour, what do you think if we break above this zone?
Let me see.
You
we pop on. Oh, UCAD's tumbling a bit.
Is it?
Yep. In the 30-minute just.
Yeah.
I guess that was 10 minutes ago. Yeah, it's just moving down. Let's see GU. Yeah, I mean, I'm watching GU at that level. I'm anticipating for it to reject where it's at right now, but with all those wicks that are forming, but it certainly could push up and break above that.
Yeah. Because it is kind of slanted price into the distance here. If we see these higher lows start to fail, then I think it'll start coming back down.
JPUSD. This is nuts. Do you see that fall? This was that like New York Open or something? Was it here? Was it here?
Oh yeah, this.
There's like a massive fall. I was watching it. I was like, shoosh. You could have gone on a really nice trade. Is it too?
It looks so much like AJ right there.
I think it was on the 5 minute. I seen it. Yeah, it was here. I was watching this on the 5 minute. This little level. I was like, do I take the short position here?
This thing tanked.
Really, you could have had 11 pip stop loss. It could have been something like this. Break, retest, price pull back. You had the cross of the SMA and the EMA. That could have been a really nice trade. I was watching this. I was in work and I was like, do I take that trade? And I was like, nah, I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. It's just I don't know why I don't know why the markets are so rangy though. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for the trend traders out here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, dude, GJ, man.
CAD's real strong.
Things looking pretty bullish right now.
Eurocard. Where's Eurocard? Did I just delete that off?
Yeah, it is, Darren. Everyone's looking at crypto right now. That's why.
Everyone's looking at
everything else.
Dogecoin.
Everything else.
I swear, I was literally thinking that the other day. I was like, I swear people are just looking at crypto
You
these
can see
days.
the money flow, right? Wherever the volume is, that's just where it's shifting to.
What is that Dogecoin chart looking
All
like?
right, so this.
Oh, dude, look at the monthly. You'll shit yourself. It's honestly the craziest chart. Even the weekly, it's pretty nuts.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, man.
Look at the 71.
Here. Oh, the 71.
The 71. Look at that. I'm telling you guys, it is real.
These techniques are universal, guys. Crypto,
Look at
Forex,
that.
whatever.
Stop loss. The
That's
number
beautiful.
one rule: stop loss under the 78. Look at that.
Let's get a closer look at that wick, actually. Lower time frame.
15 minute.
What is the actual like percentage gain
God.
on Doge?
The wick that quick. I don't know. What do you want to measure from? This month?
Like I guess
At
where it
lots-
started and where it's at now.
Okay. Think the rally. Yeah, look at this chart, dude. Oh, it's great.
The
Beautiful.
weekly time frame. Let me wipe all this off. So let's just go from here.
All right, yeah, that's where the start kicking in.
Doge.
Wow.
81,000%.
Yeah.
Oh my. Well, 80. Let's call it 81.7. 81.7. Oh my God.
When's that from?
Would you? Yeah, you might have grabbed a little low. It's really gonna make it dramatic.
Let's go. So should I start from here?
Yeah, go with that first volume. Yeah. Exactly.
Ian goes, I made some nice money on that this
There
week.
you go. 11.6. 11,000.5%. That's incredible.
What the fuck?
That's insane. What's the date on that back there? It's still 2021.
That's
January.
just January.
Pretty
Holy
much.
crap.
You bought January 1st with $2,000. You would have been up like what? You would have been
You're a
up
rich man.
like $1 million.
Very rich man. Or woman. Whatever you're,
Whatever,
With gender neutral.
whatever your affiliation is.
Exactly. You will be a millionaire if you bought it.
Dude, I don't want to be called you. Come on. Come on. Don't call me.
You remember that? We got loads of people talking in that chat.
Yeah.
Wanted to buy in January, but nope.
Do you remember I said I'm sure it was last call I said about that divergence we seen, and then Bitcoin fell.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at these. I've been looking at. Well, I downloaded Binance and I just can't. I physically cannot use it. I ended up buying like 100. I ended up putting 200 on a trade the other day, and I completely lost it all.
Oh, well.
So stupid. It was really bad. I thought I was putting like 20, but like $20, like £20 on. I ended up putting the whole account, and I was just like, nah, ruined it. I think it's really easy to trade like crypto. Like that's just like a break and retest, and then you would have made what's that, 90%.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Everyone is doing is they're just looking at these zones and the breakouts, and they just run.
That's all that. Like, I won't even consider fibs that much. I'll really just do zones and structure.
Just a breaking.
Or like, yeah.
Oh my god! Look at that one.
Yeah, that was a cool 136% off. Is that the 71?
Probably was.
Probably was. We'll just say it was.
Wow.
Damn.
Look at that. It's literally.
Damn, Ethereum is running. What the fuck?
You've noticed pivot points work good there. Yeah, ETH is at 3,500, and then Syscoin is the one that I've been holding for a minute. That one popped up this week.
Oh, what's this?
Coming back, SXP.
Damn, Syscoin's at the high.
Yeah, it's high. It's very high.
Doge.
Right.
I think Doge is gonna fall.
I think so. The way I was seeing it too is like, so we're waiting for Elon, right? We're waiting for him to go on the show, and it's gonna hit $1, but I think it's gonna hit $1 and then start pulling back pretty hard.
everyone's gonna sell as soon as he pumps that. Everyone, like every single person, will just sell.
I have like a personal goal before he actually goes on. If it hits a certain number, I'm just cashing out before the liquidity thins out. Because screw that, I don't want to get caught.
Oh, look at that one.
I mean, realistically,
Once you see the reverse,
this Doge rally
You change.
started in April. Started fucking 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
about when I was at around 5 cents.
You should go on there's a Wall Street Bets Facebook group. They are insane on there. Some guys, like, I took a loan out. I took a 10K loan out and put it on Dogecoin, and he shows the loan. He shows him taking the 10 grand loan out with, like, I don't know, like an American bank, and he shows his Robinhood, and it's got the 10 grand in there. I was just like, no,
Unbelievable.
you can't do that.
Don't do it. We've seen this, guys. Literally in the last 2 months, we've seen this happen, right? With GameStop, with AMC. It's the exact same speculative stuff. It goes up, it comes down. Really no weight to it. There's nothing sustaining it. Nothing. It's just all speculation.
It's a bubble. Markets are in a bubble. I think crypto gonna come down at some point. Like, I got Coinbase, and I put like £100 in it, and it's up like 1 point something K, and I'm just like, that's gotta drop at some point.
Yeah, that's a huge returns. Absolutely huge. Like with the small coins, a lot of the altcoins, when you see these kinds of runs, they're not, obviously they're not going to sustain, and they're coming back. And then there's very few coins that do sustain through that. Like F and BTC probably being one of the few. At that high level anyway. Quadruple digits. It's just you don't see it that often. Anything that goes up comes down.
ADA was a good one.
Yeah. That's why I'm just I'm like out on it right now, but like, dude, this thing could these markets could keep flying, man, with the coronavirus. Fuck.
People just keep putting money into it.
Let me share. I'm gonna do a little DXY coverage.
Stop share.
I'm actually gonna do something different. This one, instead of just whipping through straight analysis, I'm gonna compare it to the Sunday analysis, see how it progressed, and then if we're gonna stick to the original trade setups that we did on Sunday, or we're gonna change that. Okay, so we're gonna start off on DXY. Take a look at that. Okay, so 4-hour analysis. Let's go to here, right? We're overall bearish. Key level was here at 91.5. We're expecting it to reverse and continue the overall daily bearish trend, or maybe this is an attempt at a change of trend on the 4-hour. So let's see what happened. Okay, we're holding resistance here still, right? Holding pretty heavy right here. So it's still got room to drop, hasn't shown us anything yet. So these two are still pretty valid, right? It's either going to continue to push down towards support, or it's going to break resistance, maybe give us a higher low and push higher. Okay, and here we are right now. This is the live chart. Okay, so we're just waiting for a few more confirmations. But again, look how choppy this is. I mean, this is just sideways movement. So we'll see. We got to see. Wait for this to either break or reverse.
Break or bounce.
And this is just intra-week stuff. I'm just showing you guys this because, for those of you that don't use it, you can refer to it. It's just 4-hour analysis showing you the place for the week. This is the AU. Crazy range here, right? We're expecting it to continue to range. So this will be pushing up a little bit. We'll see some bullishness. We'll target resistance here at 0.78, or it's going to push lower, in which case we really want to confirm this break with a lower high somewhere in here or lower. Okay, let's see what happened. All right, so it made an attempt to push lower. Didn't give us a lower high, so it's still within the range. So this is still pretty valid, where it's going to continue to higher if it breaks resistance here, right? Or we're waiting for the lower high to confirm the break lower of the range. Let's go to the real chart. Here's the 4-hour. This is the live chart now. So yeah, still very much in this range, waiting for it to kind of commit to filling again, or if it's gonna dump. Right? And again, if this dumps, this is humongous. This is gonna be a big-ass friggin' trade.
Yeah, like look at the 200, respecting that 2 times.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I mean, still very much within this range. Still overall, pretty bullish on this 4 hour. Because again, higher highs, higher lows. We broke these lower highs in here. Definitely bullish on the 4 hour. So it could continue to range for a while. If we do see this lower high, though, you're ready. Be ready for that drop. 3 to 1, 4 to 1, somewhere in there, depending on where you want to put your stop. All right, so that's AU. Still waiting for this one to play out as well. But like these two guys said earlier, I mean, we've been seeing a lot of sideways movement. Not that many super great trades this week. All right, so let's move on to AJ. So we were within a huge range, pretty wide range for a while here. 83.3 is support, 84.4 is resistance. There are some other levels up here where price action reacted, and we may have a chance to reach that. So this is closer to 85.5. We're seeing a little bit of a higher low established. Let's see how it played out. Okay, so we actually it dipped a little bit lower, gave us a higher low. We're still above support here. This honestly could be decent entry in here if we get some decent closure. Let's go to AJ, check it out on the live chart. Yeah, so here we are now. Honestly, if we see that this wicks and this candle form right now holds below this, it's non-entry. Not looking to enter on that. However, if this would be more, we'd be looking on the 1 hour now. So let's drop down. All right, you'd even be entering lower, but just for the sake of candle closure, 7 minutes, I don't want to see this be this big of a wick. This needs to push up a little bit more, show us a little more conviction. We don't want to see exhaustion on a candle that's making an attempted break of resistance, right? You want to see more conviction. So this would be a great candle if it pushed up a little higher and then closed that way. Okay. Then this would make a lot more sense for this to then continue, right? It'd be more confirming all this. It's MA cross confirmed. We're pushing to a no high because we're breaking resistance. So this would be a good target. But yeah, we'll see. Got to see how that closes. 7 minutes on that. And yeah, that's AJ there. Okay, so still valid. Let's just double check with UJ. This one had a shitload of volume. This is actually a daily fib that it had pulled back into. We hit the 50%, not the greatest level, but we did see a reversal from there. Pushed higher, just over resistance, gave us a higher low. So we're honestly expecting this to either continue with the overall bullish trend, give us some sort of retest here we can enter on, or we're expecting it to reverse at resistance here. So let's see what happened. It's kind of just going flat right now. This is more like a pennant pattern forming at support. It did breach into this level. So now we're really just waiting for some conviction, some bullish conviction, or it's going to drop, right? It's going to blow through support. So let's go take a look at the chart for a second. Okay, here we are. This is the live chart. So yeah, we're just above support here. Ideally, we really want to see some bullish setups, bullish variations right now. You could probably take a long on that, start targeting resistance here, and then, up towards 111.5. Okay, that would be really nice in line with this trend. That'd be nice to see. All right, but the flip side, let's say it just fails, which is lower. We want to see a significant push, ideally into the MA here, the 200, pull back, confirm a lower high, and then you can catch a really big short down towards 107 potentially at our max.
Yeah, this thing looks good. It retested that, broke the resistance, retested support. It looks good for a long.
Right? Yeah, I think so too. Definite pennant pattern in there. So just to give you guys a better idea what this would look like. It's more actually a symmetrical triangle, but whatever. Continuation pattern. Take a look at this. Let's just highlight it. Make it real simple for that entry signal. Right? Something like that. Clearly, we just want to see like a break out of this here. So if we get some decent closure above that, something breaking out of this pattern here, that'd be a good entry signal. And then, yep. Then we're targeting higher. So that's UJ. Still playing out pretty good. So this is still valid. Just waiting for a couple confirmations. This one's pretty close. And then let's do EJ. So this one was pretty overextended after a large period of consolidation. So that volume was kind of expected. We pushed all the way up to 132 area, actually closer to 132.4, and then it's pulling back. So we're yet to see structure form on Sunday. Let's see where it's at now, how this played out. Okay, it went back up for a double top, came back down. Now we're at 38.2. Honestly, I would like to see this continue to fall a little bit. I want to get it closer to 61.8, closer to support at 136, 130.6. Then maybe a nice transition that we could enter on or something. Let's check the chart. See how this is playing out. Yeah, ideally, I want it to drop a little bit more. If this does reverse now, to 38.2, I would look to enter after some confirmation above this resistance, right? So I want to see price action across the MAs, maybe give us a quick little 30-minute retest, enter on that. It would kind of look like this, like that. And then you're targeting higher towards key resistance at our weekly and the negative 27 fib level. So a good confluence for our target as well. And this is what it would look like. That's actually a 6-to-1. You could, depending on where you want to put your stop, we're already at 3-to-1 below this low if it were to reverse here. So that's great. Great trade. Good setup. 140 pips thereabout for a target. All right, so yeah, just got to wait for a few more confirmations here. We're definitely long on this. Just got to wait for the well, on the 4-hour we're long, right? You could definitely find some lower time frame stuff, but ideally we want to wait for this to play out a little more before we jump into a position. All right, so that's EJ. Got one more for you, gold. It's probably just going to be a reiteration of what these guys covered. So huge range again. 1800 being resistance, 1765 on this chart as support. We are bullish on the 4-hour, however, very, very bearish on the daily. And this 800 level is probably the most significant level of resistance for us. So definitely a key level in deciding where price action goes. And this is still playing the range, right? A bit of a higher low here, tested some support. Nothing too significant, but we are approaching 1800 again. So this analysis is, it's pretty accurate. I mean, we did continue to just play the range. If this does break 1800 and we get a higher low above, that would be a long entry, and then we'd be targeting much higher because we're overall bullish on gold on the daily then. So that's a huge trend change, absolutely gigantic. So you can see some pretty large volume trades coming off this level if we get above it and we confirm it. But again, as long as we're within this range, we can't do much unless you're trading the range. So really just got to wait for that break above or wait for the break below. But let's jump over to the real chart real quick.
Dude, gold has been in this range for a minute.
It has. It's just crap. I mean, if you're a range trader, like you're loving it, sure. But I mean, this is not ideal.
No.
Okay. So let's just clear up the fibs because we need money. Just look at this range for a second, guys. We're at 1800. This is a key level. We know that. So we're not going to get too aggressive, right? We want to let the market show us something. So ideally, here it is. This is a long scenario. Significant break above these prior highs. Confirm it with the higher low above. Something like that in there. Right? That'd be the long scenario. Or again, if it broke lower, lower high below the 200, below 1765. And then we're shorting the shit out of this. We're back to bearish, right? Targeting down towards 1700. And then further targets based on the daily. Again, this is super, super bearish. So yeah, we could be seeing all these prior lows, 1675 at our monthly. Right. And then if you just look at this too, like, look, this is a perfect retest of the 1800 level, which was support for a long time. Right. We absolutely annihilated that level, pushed lower, started pulling back. Now we're testing as resistance. 200 EMA is there as well. Could more or less be a double top. So we got, we'll see how it plays out. Either way, we'll wait for the confirmations and be prepared for either trade scenario. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's all that I got for you guys. Just a recap of these 6 charts here. Yeah, a little something for Wednesday night.
10, yeah, it's getting late. All right, yeah, we'll cap it off with that. Someone said make a USD Mexican analysis. We don't trade the Mexi.
Some exotic, huh? Okay.
Stay away. Stay far away. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the night. We'll post the recording. We'll be back Sunday for the Sunday Market Blitz. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Cinco de fucking Mayo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, guys.
Peace out, everybody.